ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TK Stone Middle School for tonight's 7th grade volleyball championship game. Tonight's ball game will have the St. James Knights and the East Hardin Rebels. We'll now turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's lineups.
Welcome to TK Stone for the 7th grade championship. The home team is the St. James Knights. They will be playing against East Hardin Rebels.
Now for 6th grade starting lineup.
Tonight on the court for East Hardin to start off, we'll have number 22, Hannah Robbins, number 20, Lexi Clan, 24, Emma Smith, 3, Alyssa Gent, 29, Addie Atcher, and number 36, Mackenzie Spurrier. For St. James Knights have McKenna Cox, Sarah Clark, and Sarah Clark will do the opening serve, 0 serving 0. Robbins, sending it to the back line is number 15, Molly Morton. It goes long, and a point for the Rebels. Actually, it's a point for the Rebels. That one went long. And quickly off the bench for the Rebels, it'll be Hannah Grass. She'll go back to the service line, 1 serving 0. And an ace by Grass gives the first point, or first service ace, now 2-0. Grass serve, that's going to go wide. Point for the Knights. Checking in for the Knights will be Faith Carney. Comes in off the bench, as does number 2, Leah Schaefer. And she'll go to the service line, 1 serving 2. Service fault will go serve and point back over to the Rebels. As Mackenzie Spurrier will go to the line to serve, 3 serving 1. Lewis bumps it back to Clark, who sends it over. Spurrier now sending over for the Rebels. It's going to be number 20, Lexi Clan. A point for the Rebels. 4 serving 1. Clark, bump goes wide, another point for the Rebels, 5 serving 1. Spurrier back to the line to serve. Lewis Clark sends it over. Spurrier with the bump. Irwin sends it over. Lewis gets point over. Lewis again, back to Clark, sends it over. Clan with it. And now it'll be Smith who sends it over. Clark sends it over to the back line, and Clan just gets out of the way, and it goes long after a long volley. Point to the Rebels. Spurrier back to the line, 6 serving 1. Lewis to Clark. It's going to be a double hit on the Rebels with a point for the Knights. And that'll send Anna Lewis to the line to serve, 2 serving 6. Clan bumping it over the net for the Rebels was Barton. It goes wide and a point for the Knights. Clan hits it over. Lewis. Oh, miscommunication that time between Cox and Morton. A point for the Rebels. Checking in for the Rebels now is Luz Delgado. To the line to serve is Addie Atcher for the Rebels, 7 serving 3. Clark bumps up, taking it over. Atcher actually gets it back over, and a point for the Rebels. Atcher back to the line, 8 serving 3. Lewis to Cox. Clark sends it over. Clan. And it'll be Atcher who sends it all the way over the net. Set by Cox. Clark tips it over. Atcher not able to get it back. That'll be a point for the Knights. Delgado to the line to serve for the Knights, 4 serving 8. And the Rebels unable to send it back over. Point for the Knights, 5 serving 8. Atcher, and Atcher actually bumps Konwitzki. An ace for the Knights. Phillips checks in for the Knights. Delgado to serve, 6 serving 8. Clan with a dive gets it back over for the Rebels. Now she'll bump it. Sending it over the net's Barton. It goes wide, and a point for St. James. They're being down 6-1. Now just down 1 point, 7 serving 8. Atcher unable to handle the serve, and it'll be an ace for the Knights, and now we're all tied at 8 apiece. Delgado goes back to the line to serve. Clan. As Irwin sent it over, but it goes wide. And Coach Knight going to take a timeout for the Rebels. This is an HCEC-TV student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Delgado serves for St. James, 9 serving 8. Clan sends it back over for the Rebels. Lewis to Clark. Back line, it's in. Ten serving 8. Atcher up to Irwin. And no one able to get it after Irwin dove at that one. Point for the Knights. 11 serving 8. Konwinski to Atcher. Irwin sends it over. Cox with the set to Clark. Atcher sends it back over for the Rebels. Cox outside for Clark, bumps it over to Atcher. Up to Irwin. Barton sends it over. It's in. And a point for the Rebels as they stop 7 consecutive points by the Knights. Lexi Clan back to the line to serve for East. 9 serving 11. That's going to go long. Point and serve over to the Knights. That'll send CeCe Whalen to the line to serve. 12 serving 9. Atcher up to Irwin. Bump straight up, tipped over by the Rebels, but getting into the net for the Rebels. A point for the Knights. 13 serving 9. Atcher to Irwin. Sets up there for Lewis. Cox back to Clark. Atcher digs it to Irwin. Now Clan sends it over. Whalen up to Cox for Clark. Goes back line to Atcher. Good job by Irwin to get it over. And the Rebels unable to get it back over the net. And a point for the Knights. 14 serving 9. Clan and Clark was over there for the Knights as it came all the way back over the net, able to get an easy kill. And with that, East Hardin will take their second timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always search for our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Later tonight, we will have the 8th grade game as well. That'll be between the St. James Knight and the Stuart Pepper Green Wave. So we come back to action. It'll be Whalen serving for the Knights, 15 serving 9. Atcher dives to get to that one. Unable to bump it to an area where a fellow teammate was. It'll be a point for the Knights, 16 serving 9. That won't get over the net, so service fault, point and serve to the Rebels. And Alyssa Irwin will go back to the line to serve for East, 10 serving 16. Delgado bumps up for Phillips, then taken over by Clark. Spurrier outside to Gint. Dive in there by Cox. Delgado gets it for Clark, gets it over to Atcher. Spurrier is outside for Gent to Clark. Now Cox back to Clark. And touched near by Irwin. And it'll fall to the floor and a point for the Knights. McKenna Cox back to the line to serve, 17 serving 10. We are in game number 1. It's best 2 out of 3 for the championship. Clan to Spurrier. Cross for Gent. Goes back line to Delgado. Clark got to it. Not able to get it high enough for a teammate to get it back over the net. And it'll be a point for the Rebels. Emma Smith checks into the lineup for East. She goes to the line to serve, 11 serving 17. Clark, I'm going to call a carry on St. James. So an ace for Smith. She goes back to the line, 12 serving 17. Clark. Send over, Clan digs it out to Spurrier. Now Atcher going to send it back line. It's long. A point for the Knights. Sarah Clark to the line to serve for St. James, 18 serving 12. Clan for Spurrier. Gent sends it over. And it'll be Cox who sends it over. It goes off the Rebels and a point for the Knights. Clan up to Spurrier. It's going to be a double hit. And it'll be 20 serving 12. Spurrier saves it back in. Unable to get it over with Smith. And so game number 1 will go to the St. James Knights, 21-12. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Again, a reminder, tune in for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always search our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. The teams will now switch sides of the net, and we'll be back after this short timeout with game number 2. ready for game number 2. On the court for the Rebels, it'll be Emma Smith, Hannah Robbins, Ella Barton, Addie Atcher, Mackenzie Spurrier, and Alyssa Gent. For the Knights, Sarah Clark, McKenna Cox, Luz Delgado, Cece Whalen, Kate Rosaric, and Anna Lewis. Smith will start the serving for the Rebels. Whalen up to Clark. Lewis sends it over, blocked at the net by Atcher. And then it was sent back over by Lewis, and the Rebels unable to return it. So the first point of the second game goes to the Knights. And that'll send Sarah Clark to the line to serve. 1 serving 0. Short in front of Robbins as she dives forward, unable to get under it. And an ace for Clark. 2 serving 0. Robbins to Clan, back to Robbins. Cox to Lewis. Clark sends it over. Dive in by Smith. Atcher sends it over the net. Cox to Lewis. Now Clark sends it over. Robbins to Smith. Spurrier sends it over for the Rebels. Lewis trying to sneak one over. Clan got to it. Smith unable to return it. Point for the Knights. 3 serving 0. Robbins back up to the near the net. Dug out by the Knights. Sark sends it over. Clan. Smith gets it over the net for the Rebels. Cox to Lewis for Clark. That one hit on end of Clark's fingers. Just gets it back into the net. It'll be a point for the Rebels. Hannah Grass checks in for the Rebels. She'll go to the line. 1 serving 3. Clark to Lewis. Back to Clark over the net. Grass there to Spurrier. Now Atcher sends it over. Cox up to Lewis. And that'll be in as that point by Rissark was good. Leah Schaefer checks into the lineup for St. James. She'll go to the line to serve. 4 serving 1. Smith to Spurrier. Barton sends it over. Lewis back to Clark over the net. Robbins there. Barton near the net. Atcher able to get it over the net. Clark to Lewis. Carney who got it over. Now Spurrier back to Atcher. Dug out by Cox. Lewis to Clark. Back line. Spurrier for Atcher. And that one will go long. A point for St. James. 5 serving 1. Service fault. Point and serve to the Rebels. Mackenzie Spurrier to the line. 2 serving 5. Cox came in from the back line, bumps it, but unable to get it to a teammate. So an ace for the Rebels. 3 serving 5. Clark. Lewis tries to sneak it over and does. But it looked like the Rebels were going to setting up for a set. And Lewis just quickly taps it over for a point. And now Anna Lewis to the line to serve, 6 serving 3. Clan to Irwin to Atcher. Whalen got to it. Now Lewis. Now Clark will send it over. Mlitzky. And Atcher sends it over. Dug out by Lewis. Cox gets it over the net. And by hitting the top of the net, created a lot of top spin. The ball fell shorter than the Rebels were anticipating. Point for the Knights, 7 serving 3. Clan to Irwin. Barton unable to get it over the net. Point for St. James, 8 serving 3. Service fault. Go over to the Rebels. And Addie Atcher goes back to the line, 4 serving 8. Rico checks into the lineup for the Rebels. That's going to be an ace as that goes off Clark. 5 serving 8. Lewis to Morton, and now Cox sends it to the back corner. It's in as it catches the line. It'll be a point for St. James. As Luz Delgado will check into the game. 9 serving 5. Game number 1, Delgado able to get 7 consecutive points off her serve. And starts off right where she left off. A point for the Knights. Phillips checks into the lineup for the Knights. 10 serving 5. And Spurrier back into the lineup for the Rebels. Service fault, point and serve back over to the Rebels. And Lexi Clan will go to the line, 6 serving 10. That's an ace as it catches the back line. Now 7 serving 10. Cox sends it over. Right back the Rebels send it and unable to control it were the Knights. So a point for the Rebels. 8 serving 10. Service fault. Back over to the Knights. And it'll be CC Whalen, the libero, back to the line. 11 serving 8. Atcher to Irwin, back to Atcher. Whalen to Cox. Phillips sends it over and gets it in. Point for St. James. (12) serving 8. Spurrier to Irwin to Gent. Lewis to Cox for Clark. That's going to go off Atcher and out. A point for the Knights. Now push their lead back out to 5. As the Rebels had narrowed it to 2. It'll be 13 serving 8. Clan to Irwin. Gent sends it over. Delgado to Cox. Clark gets it over, touches the front line and unable to control it is East. Another point for St. James. CC Leyland back to the line, 14 serving 8. Atcher up to Irwin, tries to sneak it over. Delgado gets to it. Clark and Cox sends it over. Atcher to Irwin. Spurrier bumps it over. Delgado tries to set it right at the net. Clan sends it back. Clark sends it right back over. Irwin sets right at the net. Unable to get to it is Arico. And it'll be a point for St. James. (15 serving 8). Atcher. Irwin unable to dig it out of the net. Been ace for Wayland. That East Hardin will take their first time out of game number 2. Score 16-8, St. James on top. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always search our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC TV. Wayland back to the line, 16 serving 8. Atcher sends it all the way back over. Wayland to Delgado, trying to get Clark to tip it over. Clan gets the dig, but not able to get it to a teammate. 17 serving 8. Spurrier to Gent. Back to Spurrier. And Spurrier gets it in front of Wayland, and they point for the Rebels. Alyssa Irwin back to the line to serve. 9 serving 17. Delgado sends it right back over to Atcher, to Spurrier. Arico gets it, tips off the net, lands wide, and it'll be a point for St. James. McKenna Cox now to the line to serve. 18 serving 9. Kate Roserick back into the lineup for the Knights. Hannah Robbins back in for the Rebels. Robbins to Clan. Back to Robbins, who gets it over. Delgado up to Lewis, outside for Clark. Clark goes down the line, and it just gets between two Rebels, and a point for the Knights. 19 serving 9. Clan up to Spurrier for Robbins. Delgado to Lewis. Clark sends it back line to Clan, to Spurrier. Now Atcher comes up, she bumps it, that goes wide. And now it'll be championship point for the Knights. So McKenna Cox goes to the line to serve. 20 serving 9. Clan up to Spurrier for Robbins. Delgado, and a miscommunication on the Knights side as a couple of players expecting someone else to go get it. That's going to send Emma Smith to the line for East Hardin. 10 serving 20. Delgado back over the net, and it falls on the TK side, and so the 7th grade championship goes over to the St. James Knights. So they win game number 2, 21-10. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We're now going to turn it over to our PA announcer for the presentation of trophies. We'll have the runner-up trophy for the East Hardin Rebels.
Now please give everyone's attention. We would like to congratulate the 7th grade runner-up, East Hardin Rebels.
And now we will have the presentation of the championship trophy to the St. James Knights.
Congratulations to the 7th grade champions, St. James Knights.
I'd like to thank Miss Anna Bray for doing all of the production tonight on our 7th grade championship game. I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.